Hello there, this is Tash Lagbadi. Now, what you see on your screen right now are sections of the first in a series of free PDF ebook transcriptions of videos that I review on my discover.cotonou.com transcription service. Now, these three feature videos showcase a system that allows simultaneous commercial rearing of fish and poultry in ponds in some Bangladeshi-based farms. Specifically, it's an integrated farming system in which the poultry house is ingeniously built over a fish pond. Now, in the past, I've actually written articles about something like this, in which it's a similar system in which a commercial rabbit farm, enterprise, was built across a pond. There's more of this later. It actually happened in East Africa. I'll talk about that later. Now, this design, this concept, is something that allows the business owner to achieve massive long-term and multiple savings, in terms of time, cost, and resources. And if you look at what's happening now with the COVID-19 crisis, there's no better time than now to adopt a system that allows you to save money and save time and save effort, because that's going to boost your profitability even if you don't increase your price or increase your sales. So everybody wants to look at opportunities like this, and that's why I'm bringing up this particular video for review. So it makes a lot of sense to adopt this kind of option if you have the land space, and it's not much land you really need if you look at it. Now, this video offers basic preliminary information about the system, but truth be told, there's really nothing much that you need to learn newly outside getting the right guidance to construct the poultry housing in a manner that ensures it is durable while based over water. Other than that, there's actually nothing that makes it different from the normal conventional way of rearing poultry. As for the fish, you actually have to do much less worrying about them compared to what you would do if you were actually running a fish farm business on it separately. So, for instance, the issue of having to fertilize ponds, when you talk about earthen pond, that's one of the things that you need to do. It's completely eliminated because you actually have, from reading the transcript and watching the video, you will see that you actually have the poultry droppings playing that role to keep the pH of the pond water adequate for optimal performance of the fish. So the droppings fall right into the pond from the housing that's on top of the pond, and they eliminate the need for you to do any fertilizing. And when you consider the fact that the waste food again given to the poultry also drops into the pond, then you can see that you really have minimal work to do to maintain the fish in the pond, and that cuts down on a lot on the labor you have to employ. Now, it's mostly the birds in the houses above the pond that you need to pay attention to. From reviewing the stills, the screenshots, and descriptions in this PDF transcript ebook, and if you decide to, and of course I recommend you do, watching the actual video, you can see all these benefits quite clearly. It's so clear, and you have actually 3 videos you can watch, but one video is the one I'm reviewing. The other 2 videos don't have any explanatory descriptions by way of audio provided in them, not even in written form. Now, this is a concept I believe can be easily adopted by anybody anywhere in the world. If you have a farm, you have the land, you can do it. Now, I recall several years ago, and this was what I was saying I will come back to about East Africa. In 2014 or so, a young man in an East African country won the overall cash prize. I think it was about $10,000 at the time, in an international competition for his design of an integrated farming system in which a commercial rabbitry was built over a catfish pond. So this is not really something that's some alien concept or something that's never happened before. It's actually something that's people are familiar with. It's just that not many people are aware that it's possible. And then for those that are aware, not many people are sure of how to go about it. Again, that's why I'm doing this review and offering these suggestions. So given the pressures of the COVID-19 crisis, more people may need to embrace this kind of cost-saving and productivity-boosting integrated system to keep their businesses not just operational, but profitable, and to avoid going under. Out here in Nigeria, we actually have people we might call indigenous experts in the construction of housing structures on water bodies. We have these people that live in the riverine areas, in places like rivers. Well, then you have in Lagos here the people that live, they basically build their houses on top of water, in the Maroko area and some other areas here in Lagos. So these are people that have done this for decades on end, and it's obvious that they know how to build these structures in a way that makes them durable for the long term. So my recommendation is that these are the kinds of people a farm CEO that's interested in this kind of concept may want to connect with, to learn, so they can be connected with and made to collaborate with your own poultry house construction experts to look at how to design a model that will work properly for you on your farm in terms of constructing poultry houses over the pond. All right, so that's something you want to consider doing. We have them. It's just for you to reach out to them and find out how to work with them to get the expertise they have to work for you. Now, once that is done, the rest will be simple, because sometimes all we just need to take the first step. And if you like it, then of course please share with others. I wish you well. And if you need any help, make use of the ideas, you can reach out to me. Who knows, when we put heads together, we'll be able to come up with something.